Hey, I trust the audio is working. I made a rather maniacal video yesterday, and it turns out the world was safe because the audio wasn't turned on. So I'm going to stop right now and see what happens with the audio. Excuse me. Hey, folks, I just talked for 5 minutes thinking I was recording. And it's like, why doesn't it show me where I'm at, how much time I've used? Why is that dot red still? It's because I didn't click it to tell me to start recording. So all that good stuff is gone. This is what you have to do when you're programming. Don't be afraid to scrap your work. When you are writing and your document gets scrambled, like some guy that I just saw on my writer's site, Assistance for Writers. He said he went through four days of messed up, and he was using different laptops, and he's in the hospital. And when he gets back, his document is scrambled, and he's like, "What do I do?" He needed to read the book I read before 2000. It's an old book, Programmers at Work. Great advice that I remember is don't be afraid to scrap your work, or don't be shocked and hurting when you've programmed, which is I did this as a student worker in the 80s, programming your Apple II in BASIC and you're writing and fine tuning it, and then you kick the power supply, the power strip on the floor, and it disappears. This was me learning the lesson of periodically save your work. Anyway, where was I? This thing is flashing. Why does it do that? Don't be afraid to scrap your work. Anthony in Grow Day, which is a service that I got for $50. I got 2 courses, a community to talk with about time management, about organization, goals, and this thing's flashing on me. And all kinds of things. Brendan Bouchard, who is a motivational speaker that works with people like Oprah and other people whose names, they're billionaires, but nobody knows about them, those kind of people. He's good. He talks a lot. He's like, I got all his ideas and energy. I don't know if he's bipolar or not. He makes sense though, so he's not manic. He's not like me where I'm like, hey, I'm random, I'm doing things. He has started a service called Grow Day. You can get in for $10 and get a certain little thing, one course. For another $40, you can get the bigger course. These are one-time payments. You own the site that they give you for forever. And then if you're serious and you're really getting help and you need help continuously for the rest of your life, you can spend $300 a year in a subscription. I think I don't need that. I think I need to figure out the tools and then say thank you, folks, and then come back to it if I need to refresh things. There's a guy named Anthony, I think his last name is Trunk. Anthony Trunk, an NFL retiree guy who starts his own company after he gets straightened out. He clicks and gets the mental illness thing done. He has been in a place where he is suicidal and he's stressed and he gets divorced and he's got problems. And I didn't quite, he's not into himself so much that he would have to tell his full story. But he starts out with day one. It's a 4-day course. First lesson is, for about 18 minutes, he talks about failure. Failure. That's the theme. Don't reject failure. Failure is a what does he say? It's a lesson. It is fuel. Failure is when you're in the right state of mind. Failure is fuel to correct things and then move ahead. Doesn't have to be fear, aching and dying. It's, oh, I failed. I can't continue. No, he has identified the way to deal with it in a perfect way. It's him saying failure is okay. Maybe he even said it's good. I don't know. He's not saying sometimes you can get over certain things and other times. Actually, he did identify failures of things that you can't really control. And then you just say, it failed. And that's okay. You walk away from it. Just don't ruminate about it. Don't write about it in your journal from that day on. Let go of it. I need to rewatch the video. I can. Next time I make a block in my calendar, wish I could show my calendar to you. It's getting full. Make a block. Watch it again. Right now, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Watch the next Grow Day lesson lecture, part of the course for shift. He calls it shifting your identity, but he's covering all this good stuff that's going to help me with the next course that is about productivity in a good way, not pushing yourself to, and next thing you know, it's like me, you're 10:37 in the night. See, that's not that bad. A lot of people are up right now. The other night, it was never sleep. Just go. Just go, get things done. Is that productivity? Well, the next day, it's not because you're feeling pretty bad. But you can keep going. And there's no script here, folks. This is just the nonsensical ravings of a maniac mind with good medication. Okay. He's talking about failure. That fits in with programmers at work. That fits in with the guy who's not sure how to handle his crisis. He wrote 150 pages in his novel, and it's scrambled. He's asking, what do I do? Do I just keep going and hope nobody reads the first 150 pages? Nope. They skipped 7 items, 7 replies, and then the last one is by the moderator. I'm glad you got it working. I was too tired to read the 7 to find out how he did it. I can do that anytime I want. Water break. This is smart water. The pH from Glacier. The pH is this is alkaline, but it's really out of the tap. Good stuff. Carbondale water. Oops, I just told you where I lived. Sorry. You can Google my business. It says where I am. Google business is free, but they are concerned that I don't abuse them. I haven't used them yet. I just created the thing and took a while to get my pictures approved and stuff like that. 9 minutes, 11 seconds. Oh, I did it. 9:11. Check yourself, Fred. Do you need to go to the R? The other night, that would have been the 1st. January 1st, New Year's Day. It's 10 at night. I'm worried about my sleep. Will I end up no sleep that night? So I called 988. The suicide hotline, the veterans hotline, and the LGBTQ hotline, and the crisis hotline. Was I in crisis? I thought I was. I thought I was heading towards the hospital. Again, psychiatric hospitals, when you don't want to be there, are very difficult. So, Lord help me, what was I talking about? My notes are no good. I didn't write anything down. I think since it's past 10 minutes, I gotta stop because of YouTube. Just a second.